Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Engaging Website Design Series. This is Yu-Kai Chow, Gamification Pioneer and International Keynote Speaker. The next thing on the list that's very important to consider is to add collection sets through the experience so that users not only start off interested, but throughout the entire period there's something to do. Basically, you want users to start accumulating things, to start piling things up so there are things that they feel more and more attached to as they spend more and more time on your website. The way to deliver a collection set is to start giving them pieces of a reward. I call that reward pacing, where you give them a piece of it and you make it very clear that's only part of it, and you add another piece and you add another piece and another piece, and eventually users want to start collecting the full set. Obviously, usually once you have a full set, you want to think about some type of reward that you can add to the experience. And rewards, again, could be status, could be access power stuff. You know, it could be all kinds of rewards. But you want to think about how do you, instead of just giving users the full prize, give them a part of the prize and let them collect it. At the beginning, sometimes they don't really care about collection sets, but as they get more and more of these pieces, especially if they're themed pieces, but that means where all the pieces of the reward tie into some story, some backstory, some knowledge about the website and the theme that we talked about in the other video. They're important. If your collection sets are combined with boosters and power-ups, it's something that makes the gameplay even better, even stronger, even more powerful. It's even better because now when you start collecting different items and together they form a stronger whole, users become way more active and engaged into your experience. Alright, so now let's look at how we can set up a collection set through a platform like Captain Up.
Now, the process of adding collection sets is a little trickier compared to setting up the other things. So, the first thing is if you go on the website, you can see that, again, there are badges that we talked about, levels, and in my framework, there's what I call the 8 core drives, core drive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I've started to add different badges based on the core drive. So core drive 1, epic and meaning and calling. You have mastered the concept of core drive 1, epic, meaning, and calling. And then core drive 2, development accomplishment. You have obtained the meaning of core drive 2, development accomplishment. So eventually, I want my users to go through all my content and collect all these badges on the core drives. And the goal is that once they've collected all those badges, unlock a even more powerful badge that suddenly gives them a lot of points. And so the whole thing becomes a big scavenger hunt. And so setting this up on Captain Up is very easy. So you can see here, what I did is core drive 2, 2,000 points, type in the text. I tell people that they have to visit 2 URLs to get the badge. The first one is the post on development accomplishment, and the other one is a side one on how eBay and Amazon uses those game techniques on core drive to development accomplishment in order to fulfill these goals. So let's try to add a third one. And since we're talking about ownership and possession, let's have a core drive 4 badge, ownership and possession. And let's keep it consistent. Browse gallery. Let's find a funky one that looks like there's an item being collected. What feels like a ownership type of badge? This one feels like you're gathering something, so let's do this one. Actually, this one's pretty good. Diamond in the sky. Great. And now you have mastered what it takes to become an expert in core drive for ownership and possession. And so next up, we add conditions. So these are just simple visit goals. So let's say you want to visit, so add a filter. The URL should be my blog post on core drive 4 ownership and possession. So let's add that in. URL is this blog post. And then I want to add another condition. We want to make sure that they do all of them, right? It's not any of them, but all of them. That's the whole point of a collection set. So you've also visited, add, filter, URL, and let's say you've been to my post about the endowment effect, which is part of the forces behind ownership and possession. So let's have those, copy and paste that URL, and come back to Captain Up. this. So I'm going to put it onto active and save. So if you are the user and you visit those two pages before and read those the contents on these core drives, then you will have this special badge. So you start doing that towards a themed collection set. As we talk about, my theme on my site is Artalysis, the framework, and so obviously there's going to be 8 core drives. And so badges. Oh, I've only had one badge. I'm so sad. So the badge that we just created would be over here. Ownership and possession, 2,000 points, along with CD1 and CD2. Oh, I guess I need to change this to a dash to make it consistent, but you get the idea. See? Super easy, super fun. Set up collection sets on your site.
Now that we've seen what you can do with collections and Captain Up, hope you guys implement it onto your websites and create amazing theme-based collection sets. This is Yukai Chao, and I'll see you guys next time.